Hello everyone, and welcome back to this series of videos explaining or demonstrating rather the development of our Kadestack project. This Kadestack project, as you maybe have seen in the other videos, is the development of a site and a hosting which goes very well together and which will be made available for a ridiculously low first year fee. We will explain more about that in a separate video where we explain the whole system. Right now we are going through the development of the theme you will get and also the different plugins. So just to recapitulate what we have done so far is that we have set up a site on our club, well, the hosting which you will have included. It's a reseller hosting in 20i. And we have installed, of course, WordPress on a special hosting package we call it WordPress Multi-1. It might sound strange, but it has an explanation which I will describe someday. What you should know about this now is that this is a hosting package where you can host one domain and one WordPress site. And the reason why it's limited to one domain and one site is that it has a special optimization system built in, which makes it easier to handle and more efficient, and no need for extra heavy external plugins for optimization or cache. And what we have did so far is we have installed the theme and of course the Cadence theme with the Pro upgrade, and also the Cadence block plugin also with a Pro upgrade. And then we have just to measure the speed and see how it works with a full developed site. We have installed one of the starter templates which Cadence provide. And you can see here there are not that many, but they are continuously building out new templates. And really, when you will get this site, if you take up our offer, then you will get it without any starter template installed. So you can yourself choose among those that are here now and whatever will be when you get this site. Right now we have installed for demo purposes this web agency. In the previous videos we went and checked the page speed for every add-on, and the things that we have added for this video and this test is a security plugin. We have some security to choose among, but I have chosen, after having measured the speed and the efficiency and the easiness to handle and the security also, of course, I have chosen the Defender Pro. And it's mainly because I can provide each site, even when you get it into your domain, I can provide it with the VPMO Dev subscription, which means that you will have all the functions, all the options of Defender Pro included. And there might also be other plugins that we will add to your site. But right now we have the Defender Pro, and let's measure the speed. Well, I can also say that depending on which login you have here as admin, you will not have access to the dashboard. You will only see it here, but you will not have access to it in the menu here. But you will have full access to the Defender Pro. And right now we have set all the recommendations, so there are no outstanding recommendations. Normally when you install it first time, there are a couple of things you have to add to the HT access file, but this is done and it works fine. The other thing I should say what we have done is on the hosting side, we have the optimization and we have the edge caching. This is explained in the previous videos, so I will not go through it in detail here. But just to explain that we have done really nothing with the edge caching. It's been all the time, but what we have done since previous video also, we have activated all optimization options. Also those with high risk. And it improves the speed, and it has absolutely no effect, or it also shows it didn't break the site, let's say like that. But if there should be something, when you take over this site, or a clone of this site, if there should be any problem, you can always go in on the backside here and deactivate some of these functions, especially the high-risk functions. It will influence slightly on the page speed, but not much. So that's what I want to show you. All optimization is made. And this includes, of course, images and everything. So there are a lot of plugins you can just forget about. You don't need them because it's done in the hosting. But I should say, every time you make a change, there are two variants for the caching. Either if you do big developments, you can switch on the development mode, and then everything will be uncached. Otherwise, you can purge the cache here from the hosting side, or you can also purge it from the special plugin which comes together with this caching and optimization program from the admin area in the site itself. And this you do here. And here you can also enable and disable it if you do some developments. What I have done here is a standard setup. I have only added all the admin area is not being cached. So when you work here, you will see the changes in real time. But you will not see it on the front end. So before we measure, I want to show you one thing that is maybe a little bit not known everywhere, and that is how you measure the speed from the site itself or from the host itself, because very often the basic page speed comes from the host. That's the worst culprit normally. And here I want to show what is the measurement for that, and that is what I call the TTFB, time to first byte. And that is really what shows the speed of your host and the speed to the browser, not to any of these page speed measurement sites. So what we do here is that we are in incognito mode, and we are, as an ordinary visitor, we are not logged into the site. Here we are on the front page. Here you do a F12 or select the inspect function. Here you do a hard reset, which is Control R on the Windows PC. And please note, I'm in a Chrome browser. You have to be that. You select network here. And then, actually I should select network first, so I do a new Control R. And then we go to find the CADE clone, is the first, which is and here you have the TTFB. And this value here, which is 64.44 milliseconds here, if it's below 200, it's good, and that is approved by the Google page speed meters. If it's above 200, or even if it's up to 1 second, it's something that you have to look for to start to get this TTFB down. Because before that is done, all the rest will be really have not that much importance. With that said, let's go back into the page speed metering. And let's do a new page speed meter here. And remember, this is now, if you compare to the previous videos, this is now after having installed the Defender program and secured the site as much as possible. As you can see, for mobile we have 77. Well, it's not that bad. For a perfectly new installed site, we were on green here, as you can see in the previous videos. But right now, because of the security, because of other things, it has shrunk down to orange. Still, you will notice if you load cadeclone.com on a mobile, you will see that it loads quite fast. The desktop is still up on 92. Normally we're here between 90 and 100. We are on green, should be all the time. And as you can see, we have good values here. Let's look at GTmetrix too. We will do a retest here. And as you can see, this is as good as it can be. And down here you have this TTFB, which is in total 115 milliseconds. As I said, below 200 it gives these values here. If it's above 200, and even if it's above 600, for example, you should be careful, and it just proves that your host is not doing what it should do. It's not the best possible. But here it's a very good host. And it plays very well together with the theme and with the add-ons of this. So it's a very well-coded theme. So what I want to say with this, in principle, this is now, you have a full site, you have everything you need, it's built in, you have contact pages, you have, well, you see, you have all the necessary pages. I can admit that there are not much videos on this page, and videos will pull down the page speed, especially when you have it on the front page. But as it is now, this is a full site, and with the best speed you can ever get, at least on the desktop, and not bad on the mobile either. In the next videos we will continue to install more plugins, but those plugins will be optional. You will get them in, it's premium plugins, you will get them. It will be improvements to content gathering and other things. But right now this, you can switch them on and off, and right now you have seen with the security and with the optimization, you have a fully functioning site with extremely good speed. I will not go into more details about this now. We will take it step by step and follow in the next video. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next video.